I'm 31 and I'm a journalist and I live here in Canberra. My main hobbies is a tough one because I don't actually think about it a lot, but obviously besides the usual kind of going out to restaurants, seeing friends, hanging out, I'm a big fan of music. I've just started learning the guitar and I just love listening to music. I was a bit obsessed with Taylor Swift's Midnights this week, just saying. I love Canberra so much. It is such an underrated city, and I think because I moved here and now call it home, I can kind of see what everybody else is missing out on. And I'm sure Canberrans who grew up here know that as well. But we have so much going on, but it's in such a compact space. If I could go anywhere in the world, it would be Cuba. I was meant to go there in 2020, and obviously that didn't happen, thank you COVID. But it's a place that I have grown to love more and more during that time, so I will definitely go there. If I could invite anyone to dinner, it would be Amelia Earhart, simply because of the mystery side of things. I would love to know what happened. I think everyone wants to know what happens, but it would just be a great way to kind of sit down, chat to her, and it's like, okay, what's the go? Is your plane in the middle of Bermuda Triangle or something right now? My closest friends would probably describe me as a very strong person, mentally and kind of emotionally, which kind of helps you in tough situations. I've seen me go through ups and downs, and I usually come out with a smile on my face. I certainly think that resilience will definitely help me during Survivor. I mean, it's not a tough situation. I mean, it's tougher than, average day life, but there's going to be a lot of sort of challenges along the way, and I'm thinking if you have a lot of challenges one after the other, it can actually start to get a little bit draining. So I'm hoping that resilience is going to help me along the way. In terms of interesting facts that I have about myself, my go-to one is that my name actually got sent up in a space shuttle to Mars as part of the Mars rover mission. My dad was an astronomer. He's retired now, and he got me and my brother in on this NASA program where they kind of take people's details and send them up on, I'm guessing it was a floppy disk back then because it was, the 90s. Send it up in a floppy disk to Mars in case there were Martians and they wanted to know a bit about us. I guess my strategy, if you want to call it that, is just to get people on side, make connections, make social connections, and have a good time. Like, it's at the end of the day, this is meant to be a good experience. It's meant to be something average, out of the norm and not your average weekend, and just enjoy it and potentially win some things along the way. I think my biggest strength in this game is going to be the fact that I'm taking it as it comes and have the emotional and mental strength to be able to cope with whatever comes and still be able to function properly and deal with high stress situations, because at the end of the day, the game is going to keep coming at you, and you still have to keep responding in the most correct way possible. I think when it comes to the different challenges, puzzles is going to be my forte, and I think I can't help but put myself forward for those, just because I can be quite challenging. You should see me at games nights. I tend to be quite vocal about winning. If I do end up winning, I think the main reason would just be that ability to adapt in the moment and to continue to adapt in the moment, and that sort of resilience. And potentially just, the social connections. My prediction is either I'm going to get knocked out before the first night, or the fact that I've had to camp and I haven't had great camping experience in the past, that may push me to go all the way to the end. That's my prediction. Is it going to be one or the other?